All right. Okay, so hi all, thanks again. Yeah. All right, so thanks again joining us for today. Because of the technical difficulty, we're going to be doing the intro again. Professor Oskaya, I'm the director of Bronco Startup Challenge, and welcome to this event, which is a celebration of the entrepreneurial spirit at Cal Poly Pomona. Bronco Startup Challenge has been running for more than 18 years and resulted in several businesses. Our contestants today show great potential to create their own companies. We are all excited to see their final pitches. So we've been working with the contestants for a year, and we're helping them find their mentors. With the guidance of their mentors, the teams did a great job in developing their business ideas and preparing for the challenge. Now, I'd like to introduce the student leads of the Bronco Startup Challenge. They put tremendous amount of work in preparing and running this competition throughout the year. Please welcome Tyler and Rebecca.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cal Poly Pomona's 2021 Bronco Startup Challenge.
And more specifically, welcome to the final event where 7 finalists will compete by pitching their business ideas to our panel of judges.
Exactly. Now, obviously, 2020 and by extension, 2021 has brought upon a large amount of challenges, some of which no one could have foreseen.
These 7 teams have applied the university's philosophy of learn by doing, by meeting with their mentors weekly to further develop their businesses and create a pre-recorded pitch for their business.
Today, just as the quick video showed, we will be holding the final stage that they have all been working towards.
All but one team have chosen to make their pitch public, so you will be able to see their business ideas and to gain more insight. Our panel of judges will actually hold a 5-minute Q&A session to answer some questions that they deem necessary.
And at the end of it, our panel of judges would deliberate on the best team to finally crown a 3rd, 2nd, and 1st
and
place.
To gain more insight. But you, audience, also have a say. We have worked hard to also bring a community choice prize to the competition. You'll be able to cast your vote for your favorite idea using the link that will be dropped in the YouTube chat once all of the teams have finished presenting their pitches.
We would like to thank our amazing sponsors, City National Bank, AT&T, and the Chang Family Endowment from the Cal Poly Pomona College of Business. We are incredibly thankful for their generosity in supporting the Bronco Startup Challenge, even during these uncertain times.
Speaking of not possible without, let's also thank the Bronco Startup Challenge organizing team mentors, Gary Mohammed and Jason Yardley, and invite them to introduce both of our judges and our mentors.
Thank you very much, team. It's a great day. This is what we've been working towards. It's a culmination of a very long journey. We're very excited to be here. We're excited for our competitors and very much looking forward to the videos and to the Q&A. I really hope that everyone participating enjoys this competition. It should be fun. I'm excited about it. So saddle up, Broncos. It's going to be a fantastic day. I am honored to introduce my partner in crime, my challenge organizer partner in crime, Jason Yardley. Jason, aloha.
Aloha. Actually, greetings from Maui, actually. So first of all, let me say thank you to Dr. Oskaya and the Cal Poly College of Business Administration. Thank you for having me as an advisor and mentor to the Bronco Startup Challenge. This has been a wonderful journey to support these students and witness the establishment and growth of their concepts and businesses. It makes me a proud Cal Poly alumni to see what today's students are really capable of. And speaking of students, I'd also like to acknowledge and thank Rebecca Gavidia and Tyler Rowland for their student leadership with the Bronco Startup Challenge. You've done an amazing job and you have great careers ahead of you. I'd also like to thank our mentors. Your contribution of time and experience has truly helped to propel each of these competitors and their businesses. And then lastly, thank you to my partner in crime there, to Gary Mohammed, for being a great partner and fellow advisor during the Bronco Startup Challenge. Your business experience, commitment to the students in Cal Poly Pomona, has really shown through during this process. So thank you for being a great advisor and partner. And with that, I'd like to introduce our judges. First, I'd like to introduce Shauna Richardson. Shauna is, well, okay, I can skip and do Dean. Okay, Shauna, all right. Shauna is the CEO and co-founder of SARE Technology, which she provides integrated automated credit marketing, risk management, and member credit education solutions designed to help credit unions serve each of their members' needs. So she's really an important member of the fintech community, and what she does with credit unions is just amazing. But on top of that, what's also incredible about Shauna is her focus on delivering socially responsible financial services through her support of domestic and international microfinance initiatives through the Global Women's Leadership Network, where she's a founding corporate member. Shauna holds a BA in economics and political science from the University of North Texas. Second, I'd like to introduce Dean Treaster. Dean's the group president of Sampling International. And I think Dean has accomplished what few people have done, which is to transition from being a successful professional athlete to a global entrepreneur and technology innovator. Dean's career began as an Australian professional rugby player, where he led winning teams, including winning the 1997 Super League Grand Final, but also established a foundation for his leadership approach off the field. Following those accomplishments as a professional athlete, Dean rejoined his family business as group president of Sampling International. And Sampling International produces marketing and sales tools, primarily sample books, supporting some of the largest brand names in the home improvement industry. If you've been into Home Depot or Lowe's and you've picked up one of those sampling books, you've actually held Dean's company's work in your hands. And they've developed international production facilities in 4 countries, and they're now the world's largest supplier of sample books. So welcome, Dean. And our final judge is Jess Hartman. Jess is a fellow graduate of Cal Poly Pomona. He has over 40 years of experience in private companies, public companies, and government agencies, including holding positions like CEO, COO, VP of Marketing, and CIO in organizations including Jenny Craig International, New Horizons Computer Learning Centers, and Thermo Electron. As an entrepreneur in 2007, Jess launched Promax Systems. And Promax is a worldwide provider of video editing technology for the film and video industry, and he's currently its owner and CEO. Interestingly, Jess is also a Vistage chair, which means he works with CEOs as a coach and a mentor. So in other words, he's actually a CEO of CEOs. So I'd really like to thank our judges for your commitment of time and for your insight going through this process and being a part of the Bronco Startup Challenge. And with that, welcome Shauna, Dean, and Jess.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. And a final thanks must be given to the Cal Poly Pomona's College of Business Administration, the Center of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and the Student Innovation Idea Labs.
Finally, here is the team that is bringing you the entire event, a self-pat for all of us working in the background.
Enough about formalities. Let's quickly introduce our 7 finalists. These teams were randomly ordered, and here they are. First up, we have Positive Vibes Magazine. Second, Solemn Umbrella. Third, Pause Squad. Fourth, Glacier. Fifth, Bezaid. Sixth, Scratch Tools. And last but not least, Plants for the People.
All right, we're getting the nudge that the first finalist is excited to get started. We're also going to send it over to the first group, Positive Vibes Magazine, with their pitch. And they are mentored by Ed Leonard. And after that is done, we'll be moving on to the Q&A with our judges and the contestants.
In today's fast-paced world, we don't always remember to slow down, to ask what truly makes us happy, what brings a smile to our face, and joy to our hearts. How do we take care of ourselves? Inside and out. What gives our lives fulfillment and meaning? At Positive Vibes Magazine, we explore these questions and many more. We believe in the power of storytelling and its ability to create transformational, positive change. Join us, Positive Vibes Mag. Follow us on social media or subscribe now to the World of Positivists podcast.
I have a vision for the future, a world where positivity, mental health, and healing are the mainstream media. Positive Vibes magazine is the first step in creating an ecosystem dedicated to seeing the world in a positive light. Positive Vibes magazine is here to build a positive-led community. I want to see a positive news platform as a regular viewed news channel. This is the beginning of a movement where positive news and progressive change is highlighted in our culture. COVID-19 has catalyzed several mental health challenges. About 4 in 10 adults in the US have reported symptoms of anxiety or depressive disorder, a share that has been largely consistent, up from 1 in 10 adults who reported these symptoms from January 2019 to June 2021. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among young adults. These statistics are very alarming and are gradually getting worse as the pandemic deepens. Something needs to be done. Positive Vibes magazine is an international digital magazine and podcast series, The World of Positivists, dedicated to sharing inspiring, powerful community-based storytelling, evoking transformational positive change. Positive Vibes magazine was born because the media was not addressing the growing mental health crisis we are currently experiencing. I witnessed this due to the pandemic. I was inspired to create a space for people experiencing isolation and mental health challenges. Our magazine shares inspirational stories of leaders who are unafraid and courageous enough to openly discuss mental health. We aim to redefine what these stories are and how they're being told. It all begins with a simple conversation. The more people begin to see these stories, features, and articles on mental health in a positive, accurate light, the more people will begin to feel comfortable talking about it openly and proudly. Look at the things going on in our country right now with the increase of mass shootings. Do you ever hear any stories about positivity or mental health on the news in a positive or accurate light? Probably not. That is because the mainstream news stations rarely cover important topics discussing mental health and the impact it has on the world. This is especially more evidential now due to the pandemic. Although COVID-19 has negatively impacted the infrastructure of institutions, strength of communities, and endurance of individuals, mental health has also made a severe imprint. The mainstream media has yet to regularly discuss how the pandemic has largely dampened people's mental health. The mental health community is a huge underserved population we need to begin addressing as soon as possible. Even before COVID-19, there was an unaddressed mental health pandemic resulting in the suffering of millions of Americans. These feelings are overwhelming and interfere with the lives of many in profound ways, such as sleep deprivation, stress on relationships, suicide ideations. Even getting out of bed could be a major challenge for these people. But why doesn't the mainstream media discuss mental health? There are many reasons, and one of them is probably the stigma. The negative stigma regarding mental health has been embedded in our culture. We have been accustomed to experience shame and guilt when we're trying to address our concerns with mental health. Mental health is just as important as physical health, but we do not see this ideology reflected in the stories we consume daily. Positive Vibes magazine is here to dismantle that negative stigma so people can openly share their experiences with mental health and create a culture of care for the rest of the world. We are building a safe, self-sustaining model that can thrive for years to come. We have amassed more than 11,000 followers on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We have also partnered with many organizations like the Power of Positivity, Uni Podcast, and Artists for Trauma. We are really starting to build a community, and I believe that in the future it's going to keep growing. I'm really excited for that. So at the end, my goal is to transform people's lives from the stories of inspirational people. We're paving the way for wellness and mental health. We cannot continue to let millions suffer in silence. It is a time to change, and I believe Positive Vibes magazine is going to be starting the movement to change. Thank you so much.
Now we're going to open it up to Q&A, 5 minutes.
First of all, just a great message and such a wonderful initiative you're doing. The one question, what that like how you make money out of this? Is it about making money?
Right now, Positive Vibes Magazine is really about, shifting the conversation about mental health. Right now, it is about creating that self-sustaining model that can thrive from years to come. And also it's about creating that network for people who can feel a safe space where they can talk about this stuff openly. And eventually one day, what I would love to see is just us collaborating with different organizations and influencers. And that's how I believe that's how we will be making money. But right now it's been able to survive and thrive without a profit.
Okay.
Providing the content development.
So what was that? Sorry.
Sorry, who's providing the content development? Is it just this group, the followers that you've amassed, or do you have a team that's pretty dedicated to it?
Yeah. What's really interesting is what's fascinating is some of our fans have been able to write some of our content, and we've had people who we've collaborated with and they want to write an article and we want to amplify their voice. But no, we also have a separate team who focuses on social media and the written content. So a lot of it is not the writing from me. I've written like maybe 2 articles out of the 30 we've done. And a lot of it's been different writers, and we've had we had someone who was in a PhD program or someone who had their PhD, in psychology. So they got to write about different things about psychology. And then we have some people who are, who have a full-time job. And then we had someone who was still an undergraduate. So we've been able to have a lot of different diverse voices. But yeah, we have a separate team who's pretty dedicated to the content we write.
Thank you for that. Just one quick follow-up question. How do you foresee the operational expenses growing as the model grows?
Yeah, as the model grows, and then as there's more interest. Right now, we've been able to utilize pro bono work, and a lot of them been really dedicated and really been really helpful. And we appreciate all the work that they've done, because a lot of it has been volunteer work. But in the future, as there's more demand and there's more features and more stuff that needs to be written out, I think that we're able to pay them for their work is what I want to see in the future.
Thank you. I love the idea.
So great job and great positive approach to the pandemic problems we're dealing with, and as they go on. I guess the question comes from me, and is similar where Dean was going, is what is really the economic model for your magazine going forward? Do you see advertisers coming in and paying it? Is it a charitable organization, or is it a for-profit organization?
It is a nonprofit, and it is a charitable organization. We try and bring together these different organizations, and we haven't been able to do specific charities yet. We're raising money for causes, but that's something we want to do one day. But also, even though we're not for profit, yes, people have been coming forward with advertising. Recently, a company wanted to do the, I can't remember what it's specifically called, but it was like the hyperlinks that when we advertise their information, their events, the clicks that they get from our page, we would get money from them. So we are seeing, people wanting to advertise, and that's really exciting for us. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? We have less than a minute.
Good.
I'm good.
Okay, great. Thank you, Zane. Positive Vibes Magazine.
Thank you, everyone.
And we're back. That was our first finalist, Positive Vibes Magazine. You can find more information about their company at www.positivevibesmag.com.
Now, remember, you audience have the power to affect these finalists by voting for your favorite idea. There will be a link in the chat towards the end of the competition.
We are getting poked with the knowledge that the second team is just about ready, so we'll go ahead and move on to them right now. Here is Solemn Umbrella, mentored by Sanjaya.
Hello, my name is Juan Solano, and I am the CEO and founder of Solemn Umbrellas, which is unlocking innovation in the traditional umbrella. Typically, when you think of an umbrella, a poor design and throwaway commodities are the first thing to come to mind. The potential for improvement goes along perfectly with this product that has got lost in time. The problem with the umbrella stems from the fact that it has not adequately maximized modern technology to provide comfort and convenience for the consumer. This means that individuals living in or traveling to warmer climates see umbrellas only as a means to provide portable shade. Likewise, cold, dreadful rainstorms force lengthy preparations to avoid ruining plans for the day. Solom Umbrellas has developed a unique solution to improve your experience outside. By developing high-quality, wind-resistant umbrellas with both cooling and heating capabilities, consumers can overcome harsh weather conditions and make the most out of the next rainy day. Here at Solom, we are built on passion and innovation in order to provide comfort in all climates, re-engineered innovation, and operate sustainably. We love our planet, and in order to keep doing so, we believe that the durability and longevity of our products are key. The inadequate quality of everyday umbrellas cause over 1 billion umbrellas to end up in landfills annually. This journey starts my senior year of high school. Problem-solving skills were emphasized in an entrepreneurship class, and on an unusual rainy day in Southern California, the idea for an umbrella to keep you warm was born. From there, research and development was carried out during high school and the months following. However, I took a step back to focus on my schoolwork once I enrolled at Cal Poly. During COVID, I decided to spend my free time tinkering with the idea again, which led to the Bronco Startup Challenge presenting itself as an opportunity to build an engineering team and provide mentorship to finalize my concept. As of 2019, the global consumer umbrella market is valued at $1.03 billion. The umbrella industry has a compound annual growth rate of 2%, leading to a $1.13 billion valuation by 2024. Considering the same growth, the total addressable market is $391 million in the US. Through my research, approximately 5% of this market falls under high end. Solom will initially target 25% of this, leaving an attainable market of $4.8 million. We have formidable competition. We have assessed their strengths and weaknesses, and I can assure you at Solom, we have the unique advantage of a technological approach in both comfort and reliability. In order to emphasize Solom's ideal client, strategic market segmentation is needed. From my research, the following 3 categories are optimal for marketing. As the majority of women purchase umbrellas, fashionable accessories cover a large demographic. Next, geographic segmentation of commuters in busy cities, such as Seattle or New York, is critical for Solom's business strategy. And finally, a hyperlocal approach to the travel and tourism sector allow for even more geographic segmentation. Our marketing strategy will include social media marketing, SEO marketing, hyperlocal marketing, magazines, and co-branding. Initially, our seed money will be used to finalize a product and grow the team. However, outsourcing a blueprint to a design firm will delegate manufacturing costs, functionality, and cut the need for an in-house engineering team. The outsourcing cost will roughly be between $5,000 and $10,000. Marketing will play a pivotal role in establishing brand equity in the go-to-market strategy. A well-engineered product will not succeed without the right marketing funds behind it. Now, the engineered product. We aggregate existing technologies in order to innovate our product. By using proven technologies such as motorcycle hand warmers to go along with 12-volt rechargeable battery technologies, the motorized fan and the Solom umbrella will reinvent outside experiences. This is a computer-assisted design to show the functionality of the umbrella. Wiring the batteries in a series, the 12-volt hand warmers will be wrapped around the handle, and after running battery sizing exercises, we estimate that heat usage will last roughly 40 to 60 minutes and will allow for a full charge of an iPhone. The cooling generator will last twice as long. The entire umbrella will be designed to be recharged in about 6 to 8 hours. After researching various manufacturers, the total material cost of the umbrella is $18.07. Outsourcing the labor to China, where 90% of global umbrellas are manufactured, the total cost of goods is $24.57. We estimate a 10% reduction in the material cost year over year. Building a spreadsheet for financial projections, we predict a conservative 500 units sold the first year. With the starting price of 120, that will return an annual EBITDA of $35,715. By year 5, we hope to have a price point of 100 and scale upwards of 45,000 units sold, returning an annual EBITDA of $2.8 million. Solom will be where the next integration of technology with everyday items comes to be. We are excited about evolving this industry and innovating outside experiences as a whole. We hope you join us. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to open it up to the Q&A now.
I'll start off. Good job, Juan. Cool idea. One question, you might have hit it, but where will you be selling these? I assume this is an e-commerce buy. Is this an Amazon purchase?
Yeah, it would be through Amazon. I think, as I mentioned in my go-to-market strategy, the market segmentation and a hyper-local approach, meaning that when people travel to rainy cities such as Seattle or New York, there would be a Solom umbrella sold on every corner of a certain area next to the airport, next to hotels, next to certain areas.
So you'll physically have them in locations.
Right, on top of selling it online in e-market.
Okay. And regarding the numbers you put together, do you have transaction fees and shipping and the cut that Amazon takes and all that in those numbers?
I estimated about a 20% overhead cost. Ideally, that would be included in there, but I have not done the actual crunching of the numbers.
Okay, thank you.
Juan, I thought you did a really nice job, one, putting the presentation together, but more importantly, having thought through your concept, and good for you for having this idea when you were still in high school and, continuing to support it. I just have one key question, especially with regard to offshore manufacturing. Well, maybe two questions. Have you had a chance to develop a prototype? And as a follow-up to that, I think with a prototype, it gives you some time to test through all the variable options of the umbrella. You got a lot of cool stuff going on, but I'm curious about the failure rate. Like if the fan breaks, what do people do with the umbrella? Or if the hand warmers, they lose their battery charger. I'm just curious if one or two things fail in the umbrella, then they don't, they go back to a typical umbrella.
Right. Yeah. Well, I do have a working prototype. It's been a like on and off kind of working with it, just because it is hard to get the materials together and just get a full umbrella, right? But as far as like the functionality of it, that would be improved as the manufacturing cost gets lower, as research and development increases. But as of right now, yeah, it's in the early stages. And the difference between this and a typical umbrella is that that's the way it's designed, is that the typical umbrella is designed to be thrown away within a couple months, and then they would have another purchase, and then et cetera, et cetera. And so our main goal would be to provide a sustainable umbrella, hopefully by the end of this year, with more research and development.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, mate, I love your logo. It really, you come up with that logo yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Really cool. I think, name, how does it represent anything?
Yeah, it does. So the left side is the heating, and then the right side would be the cooling. Yeah.
Yes, name. So Solom.
Yeah, so originally in high school, the idea was to have a solar powered umbrella, but the cost effective of having solar power and then like marketing that umbrella wouldn't be ideal. So yeah, that's the original name, would be from a solar powered umbrella.
And I might have missed it, but what are you believing that this would retail for? How much?
Yeah, ideally around $120 to $115 price point. There are other competitors within that price range. It's a high value niche market, and eventually the lower the price point, or eventually the price point would be lowered through more competition.
Right. Yeah. Well done, mate. Really cool to see you doing this at a young age and carrying it through. But I do like that logo very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got time for another quick question, guys?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Juan, real quick, you mentioned that you're looking for a 25% penetration into the market, into the high-end market. Have you done any test marketing in that area to determine what's the viability of displacing the existing competitors, and how quickly you think you can gain traction?
As far as actual market research, the 25% price point or entry point, is based on my market research from competitors, from the overall umbrella analysis. As far as market penetration, how quickly and how much differentiated we can be, it would take more time. I haven't done that at this point.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and that was our second finalist, Solom Umbrella. Thank you, Juan.
Thank you.
They are always looking for new people. So if the idea interests you, go ahead and contact Juan.
We wanted to take this time to quickly talk about the pricing structure for this event. Our third place prize today will be walking away with $1,500 sponsored by the Chang Family Endowment.
Our second place will be leaving with $2,500 sponsored by City National Bank.
And our first place prize will be taking home a total of $5,000 sponsored by the Chang Family Endowment.
And also don't forget the Community Choice Award, which will be giving out $500 sponsored by AT&T.
Which is why it is so important for you to vote for your favorite idea so that that lucky group will be getting a cut of the prizes too.
All right. But now let's head over to our third finalist, Paw Squad, mentored by Tito.
Hi, we're Paw Squad. My name is Esther.
My name is Alberto, and our rescue is Kovu.
The issue right now in the pet apparel industry, there is a limited quantity for pet sizes extra small and extra large. The quality is just not there, and the designs are just very basic.
Our squad believes every pet should have the ability to make tails wag, and we do so by customization and making sure every size ranging from extra small to extra large has something to wear. We also recycle. We source used human clothes that are still in good condition and at times vintage. We provide our pets with trendy and retro items. So tell me, where else can you find a 90s Chicago Bulls jersey from the Michael Jordan era? And lastly, Paw Squad Rescues is our ability to give back. Kovu was once a rescue, so we have decided to donate a portion of our net profit to local animal shelters and adoption agencies.
Who are our competitors? Etsy and eBay are both e-commerce platforms that sell customizable apparel for pets, but few sellers do this. Chewy is another e-commerce platform that has a variety of pet supplies and is a licensed sports distributor for pets. Petco, a brick-and-mortar store, but they also sell online. Like Chewy, they are licensed sports distributors for pets. And sports leagues. They are our competitors because they have the ability to sell directly to their fan base.
We are going to leave our paw print and create value through customization so that every pet can match with their best friend, reducing waste and recycling human shirts, and also contributing to the popular humanization trend. We will create our own Paw Squad community by engaging with our social media followers via Facebook and Instagram, creating and setting up pop-up shops once COVID is over, and creating dog meetups for people like us. Giving back to our local communities through animal shelters and adoption centers is going to be very key to our success. So our market analysis. According to Google Trends, 20% increase of pet adoption year over year since 2019. And according to Petpedia, the pet industry is expected to rise over $300 billion by 2027. Over 50% of dog owners actually give their pets a Christmas present. Vet care and product sales have actually reached over 30 million in 2020, and 40% of dog owners and 25% of cat owners actually purchased pet apparel in the year of 2020.
Our vision for Paw Squad. For this year, we are projecting $100,000 in sales. We are Walmart approved, and we will start selling in May. In September, we will also announce our mail-in service so that parents can send in their special shirt to customize for their pets. Working our way up to 2025, we will be growing our fan base, developing our own line of pet apparel, and collaborating with streetwear and name brands, which will lead to a Paw Squad store on Melrose.
So what we need from you guys, we need $5,000, and that will help us with legal fees and also help us with starting our marketing campaign to really bring brand awareness to Paw Squad. We will also need strategic partnerships, right? Any social media influencers or the ability to market our product within your guys' network. And
Third is any legal experience, right? We do have some ideas that we are looking to patent, as well as trademark. So any of the resources that are available to you and ways you can help Pod Squad will be greatly appreciated.
We're going to open it up to the Q&A now.
Hello.
Cool job, guys. Love the idea. All pets need active wear. So here's a question. How are you, are there going to be X number of existing designs that you have, or is this all custom? People pick what they want and send it to you?
Yeah, so actually 2 parts. So yeah, it's all custom. We usually just have one item because that's what we usually source. But we will eventually add on a mail-in service. So if somebody wants to send in their own shirt specifically for their dog, then we will, customize it and then send it back to the client. And that's what we're expecting towards maybe Q3, Q4 of this year.
Okay, and second question, I'll give it to the other guys. What do you do about the copyright requirement around sports teams and other logos?
Yeah, so that's we just started, so that's something that we do want to address sooner rather than later. So that's kind of like what we are in discussions right now, looking for an attorney to kind of help us get us that partnership prior to us getting into that conflict with major leagues and brands.
Thank you.
Well, I love the idea. I've got 2 dogs of my own, and so the first part of when I saw your presentation deck on Tuesday or Wednesday, I thought, oh, what kind of jersey do I want to give my dogs? But let's fast forward. And congratulations on getting Walmart approved. That's no easy task. So my key question then would be scalability. And a follow-up question to that is, how are you doing who's doing the manufacturing for this or the customization? So kind of a 2-part question. If you start off small, the brand at Walmart or through social media really, hits, what's the scale strategy?
Yeah, so that is, right now I'm doing the customization for each item. She's working on the e-commerce. So with Walmart, we're not planning to put the jerseys specifically or the shirts on the Walmart e-commerce. We do have another line of products that is going to be Pod Squad branded that we're looking to launch onto Walmart probably either early next month.
And will you contemplate other animals in time?
Well, we do want to actually do cats. So we would just work on a smaller size for them. But is that what you had in mind, or were you talking about another pet in general?
I was just curious if people love their animals of all sorts, and
yeah, so cats is definitely a next interest, and what we kind of found through our trying to figure out the sizing is that the very extra small dogs and cats are kind of go hand in hand. So I feel like it would be an easy transition.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what kind of requests you get in time. So I'll follow your story. Good luck, you guys.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well done, guys. The whole thing is great.
Thanks.
Because you become your family. So that is a great thing. But how do you compare pricing to the competitors?
So we actually want to be on the higher end, given that sometimes, like for example, the Chicago Bulls jersey that you notice, it's street value for a human, it's $90, $100. So right now we're trying to be at the same price point, because realistically, if I had a kid myself, I would probably be spending that on my child and getting on that jersey. So I would want to do the same thing for my dog.
And what sets us apart too is the quality. The quality in the shirts that are existing there for pets is just not that great. So we would want the consumer to spend a little bit more on their pet.
Yeah.
And what about
to a good cause as well?
Yeah.
Trying to take on the competitors in price, it's that's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Alberto and Esther. You can find more information about Paw Squad by visiting their website at www.pawsquad.com.
Our fourth finalist, Glacier, mentored by Dan Bejamuk, has opted to present their pitch and their Q&A session privately. So we hope to use this time to highlight again our sponsors, City National Bank, AT&T, and the Chang Family Endowment from the College of Business. So here are some videos from them, as well as some informational videos.
The desire to step up for our communities is rooted in City National's identity, and a commitment to relationships permeates our culture. Here's what inspires us: to hammer a nail that builds a wall that becomes a family's new home, to dig our fingers into the dirt to help rebuild a treasured community park, to donate computers to a nonprofit and help teens build job skills, to encourage colleagues to reduce their plastic footprint, to loan the funds that enable a nonprofit developer to build affordable housing for people in need. We're stepping up for people, from housing our nation's veterans to building better lives in our communities, from rolling up our sleeves to being a champion for our colleagues. We're stepping up for the planet. Our energy use drops even as our business grows. We're reducing our waste and financing a future of renewable energy. We're stepping up for prosperity, because when people and businesses serve each other, communities prosper. So we approve more affordable housing projects than any other bank in California, and invest in businesses within our communities. City National's pride values guide our behavior and set our priorities. City National Bank is stepping up for you.
Many of you have brilliant ideas and don't think you can start forming your plan now. However, the Bronco Startup Challenge was created to serve students who are motivated to start a company by crafting their phenomenal ideas into reality. This competition started back in 2012 and has been rewarding students by allocating tens of thousands of dollars throughout the process. In 2021, we're not only hosting this event virtually, but also offering ongoing online events such as our online workshops that are presented by our outstanding mentors here at Cal Poly. Mark your calendars because on April 15th, we are hosting our Bronco Startup Challenge. For more information, check out our website at cpp.edu/Bronco Startups and keep up to date with more important events by following us on Instagram at cppbsc. So, what are you waiting for? Innovate to change lives. Are you up for the challenge?
Now, pass it over to Tyler.
All right, and we are back. Although you weren't able to see their pitch, that was our fourth finalist, Glacier.
Right. Our next finalist is Bees Aid. And they're mentored by Kim. And we're getting the green light to turn the cameras over to them.
One very hot summer, I found a lot of dead bees on my white concrete patio. And as the days passed, I found more and more of the bees were dying. And this alarmed me. The possible causes for this could be drought from climate change, a habitat loss, or perhaps a natural disaster, like a fire. In fact, bees are disappearing at an alarming rate. About 1/3 of all colonies in the United States were lost in a 5-year period. The United States Department of Agriculture funds bee studies, and they have provided a $3 million subsidy to farmers to reseed their pastures with bee-friendly plants like clovers. The commercial bee industry is growing rapidly. At this time, it is worth about $40 billion a year. As Albert Einstein predicted, mankind will not survive the honeybees' disappearance for more than 4 years. I am appealing to bee enthusiasts, entomologists, environmental organizations, and agricultural departments. The Bees Aid hydration station is placed within the local area of the bees. It is specifically designed to keep the bees safe from their natural predators, like the ants. In this video, you can see that the bees are drinking, grooming, socializing. Therefore, this indicates a happy and healthy hive nearby. Current market solutions include a Bee Tainer by Deb Walsh, a bee enthusiast, and a Bee Drinker by Hosprom, which is currently off the market. The loss of bees impacts our food chain greatly because it impacts the quality of life for everybody on the planet. Because bees pollinate about 1/3 of all of the food we eat. I'm asking for an investment to go ahead with the production of the Bees Aid. At this time, I'm in talks with a concrete manufacturer. I am in research phase with the rocks distributor. I've yet to design my packing materials, which will be minimal, and I've yet to produce an e-commerce website. I am the founder and the developer of Bees Aid. I conceptualized the idea in 2016. I started conducting my own research, experimented with many materials, and found the best results with the natural materials. I've had interaction with bee experts both locally and internationally, and the product is always ongoing refinement. I've had several businesses, but my most successful was my online marketing business. Thank you for your interest and believing that you can make a difference.
Okay, we're going to open it up to the Q&A now.
Yay for the bees. My daughter's name is Bee, so there's that. Erica, real quick question. I might have missed it, but why are the bees attracted to your particular device? What is that?
Well, I think it's because it's a natural device, so it's not plastic, which the current market solutions, they're plastic. So they don't work as well as mine, which is made from concrete and rocks.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, I commend you on, looking at a really potentially dire problem and, focusing in on it. That Albert Einstein quote, I read that years ago. And from that point, I pay a lot more attention to bees. So kudos to you. I'm curious about just the overall financial plan and strategy, initial investment dollars, and then if you're looking at, kind of what kind of return rate are you looking at, let's say in year one?
Well, I'm hoping to find the right manufacturer at this time so I can get the price down to somewhere between $15 to $20. And I'm hoping to make a large profit on that. But of course, it's contingent on the manufacturing, the products that I find. So I think at the beginning, because I'll be ordering like a low amount, a small amount to start with, that it'll cost me more. But as time goes on, it'll probably become cheaper with bulk ordering. So it's hard to say now how much I will get off it until I actually get some figures in the manufacturing and start to test the market out.
So then as a follow-up question, your research is what you're going to use to build a competitive product to what's out in the marketplace today.
Yes, that's right. There's nothing like my product on the market. So I kind of feel I'm a new entrant to market. And I'm trying to get ahead of everybody as being the new one.
Thank you, Erica.
Hey, Erica. I assume you're a fellow Australian, I think.
Yes, you're right, Dean.
Are you from, whereabouts in Australia from?
Canberra.
Right on. So, are you selling them like to the general public and putting it in their garden?
Yes, I am. Exactly. I plan to target garden centers to start with. And so anybody that likes bees or is willing to help the bees in this way, that's really my target market. So it's pretty wide open.
And so it's not going to local councils or counties to go through that way.
It could do. I'm hoping to get the interest of Agriculture Department. So that will be one of my target markets because they have a huge interest and they do fund a lot of bee studies and they're very interested in helping the bees as well. So I think as our interests and passions are aligned, I'll be able to find somebody there.
There's no way that you could patent.
I'm not sure. I have talked to somebody, but I need to do some further talks because as a new entrant, I would like to see that it would be more profitable in the long run.
Yeah. Great idea.
Thank you for your question.
Do we have any other further questions for Erica? No. All right. Thank you, Erica. And you can learn a little bit more about our fifth finalist at www.bzaid.com.
All right. So our sixth finalist is ready to go. And this is Scratch Tools, mentored by Bruce Brandenburg.
Hi, we're Scratch Tools, and we're building the new digital workspace, enhancing the way people create, collaborate, and communicate calculations online.
As a student, I quickly realized that all my classes were doable on my computer, except for math and science classes. I was still executing my work with paper and pencil, but only submitting my answers with my computer. Recognizing this issue, we were able to identify that software for math classes just aren't up to speed for the modern classroom. The future of education is a hybrid classroom, yet all existing online platforms lack the most basic digital tools for easily drafting and sharing calculation-based information to accommodate STEM subjects. Students are still relegated to conducting a majority of their math work with paper and pencil, only submitting solutions via computer. Our solution is Scratch.app, an online calculation workspace for the benefit of the STEM community. Let's take a look at how Scratch works. Scratch makes the tedium of handwriting a thing of the past by replacing it with the keyboard. Scratch allows users to easily write notes and complete assignments in one unified space. And Scratch has built-in tools that allow you to graph and import media directly to your documents. Scratch files can be saved, exported, and shared with collaborators as well. Beyond the editor, we have a broader vision. Our goal is to make learning and pursuing STEM-based subjects less intimidating and more accessible. We are passionate about expanding our calculation editor into a complete platform that provides users the best means to create, collaborate, and communicate STEM subjects. We are dedicated to providing a service that is intuitive, affordable, and accessible. Scratch is powered by a proprietary Scratchpad API that is built for complex multilingual equations and allows any layperson to easily type calculations alongside word processing. It also has specially designed hotkeys and shortcuts that streamline the calculation workflow.
Let's talk about the market Scratch is entering, education technology. EdTech is a multi-billion-dollar industry in the United States alone. EdTech is growing at 16.3% and will grow 2.5 times from 2019 to 2025, reaching $404 billion in total global expenditure. EdTech is a vast market, and we have identified several target sectors to focus on. Specifically, within education, our customers are parents, college-age students, and university department heads. Within industry, professionals and even other EdTech services can benefit from our technology.
So it's such a valuable market, there are plenty of competitors in the EdTech space. Our main competitors being word processors, tutoring services, and forums, but none of which have taken a focus to the needs of the STEM community. What really sets us apart from other services is that Scratch is the first platform of its kind specifically tailored to the needs of STEM. Scratch is also easy to use and allows users to create, collaborate, and communicate calculation-based information. Scratch also provides user incentives to compensate content creators.
Let's talk about how Scratch plans to generate revenue and growth. We have three main means to generate income streams: user subscriptions for premium accounts and features, microtransactions to promote posts and support individual users, and a badge system to reward users who provide positive contributions to the community, and API licensing of our proprietary technology to other EdTech sectors. We have tested and identified several viable means to acquire and grow a user base, specifically a referral program to reward users, strategic partnerships with other EdTech services with established university connections, and virality with our in-house marketing content and collaborations with education influencers. With our editor complete and available to users, we have additional immediate goals to build out the Scratch platform. We have completed and implemented all goals from Q1 and are finishing up Q2 early.
Currently self-funded, we're seeking seed investment to help us accelerate to the next level of development and outreach. We're looking to raise $250,000 to help us hit our goal of 50,000 premium subscribers by the end of 2021, which translates to $3 million US. And how will the Bronco Startup Challenge help us? It'll help us accelerate development of new features. It'll help us support and increase our advertisement conversion rate and aid in our entry into other startup programs. Our founding team is comprised of 3 friends who have been developing this project for 3 years here in the San Fernando Valley. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us via email, or if you would like to see more of our platform, view tutorials, or other content, please visit our link tree.
Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed learning about Scratch.
Good job, guys. Pretty cool concept. Real quick question. What do professors, instructors in the STEM community think of utilizing technology to solve these problems?
Post-pandemic, a lot of teachers that we've spoken to have admitted to us that they're pretty lost technological-wise with how they're carrying out the classrooms, and all of them had to pretty much find makeshift solutions or bundle together different services to make their classrooms translate to a good means online. And we started this project prior to the pandemic with the intention of making both learning and sharing STEM information a lot easier. So we think it really translates well to what their use case is, especially now when everybody's been challenged by the pandemic and everything's indoors and remote.
So just to clarify, they don't think that this is taking away the thinking process from the students. They think this is helping the thinking process for the students.
Yes, it's not a tool that's made for removing the part of you that has to critically think. It's more a tool that helps you get from whatever's on your mind down to paper, so to speak, or should we say digitally on a computer. It's not something that gives you the solutions and answers everything for you.
Thank you.
I'm curious, Ed, a great idea. You know, I don't disagree that the education space is, especially given the pandemic, really ripe for new technology, especially with STEM. Curious if you guys have thought about starting to apply for a patent.
Yes, we've definitely already started the groundwork on that. We're working on the specification sheet and we're working on a provisional patent right now.
And will your technology, okay, so let's say all these students are using, you know, your platform to do their calculations. In turn, do they maintain user rights or to some degree? So is their data, their calculation always theirs and you don't use that? Or at some point, is that part of the growth model for you? Is that it's kind of a evergreen learning environment?
So currently in its state, all files are private unless they decide to share it with people. And in this case, it belongs to them. In the next iteration of our platform, we're adding the ability to have public files. And in those cases, we're getting a common license that allows us to use it in perpetuity, but the information always belongs to them. It's a model that we've found from other services that exist in this space already.
Have you contemplated perhaps an open source approach, maybe to get started?
Yes, we've contemplated that. Currently, the source code is private, but we have in the back of our minds always the concept of making the actual editor aspect of it open source and having other services utilize it and maybe pay a premium private license for it. But currently, we are taking the approach of having it private.
Great idea. You guys did a really nice job presenting too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One quick question. I didn't see the pricing model. So how does this work out? You know, where do you hit profitability? Where's your break even? That kind of thing.
So currently, the editor to use it is free to use. Anybody who has an online connection can log on and use it. But we do also have a premium version, which costs $5 a month, or it's $45 a year, which is about a 15% discount, and allows you to have extra features like the integrated calculator, the graphing calculator, and also the ability to have extra file storage, extended file storage, and early access to new premium features as we start developing them. We're also wanting to license the editor so that other services that are teaching STEM or something can utilize our equation editor in their service, and we would be charging them a license for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alfredo and Urban. That was our second to last finalist. You can find more information about their company at www.scratch.app.
Now we're going to move on over to our seventh finalist, and that is Plants for the People, mentored by Kenneth Lamb. Again, last but not least, this is Plants for the People.
Hello, we are Plants for the People. My name is Jacob Fry. I am the President and Executive Director of Plants for the People, and I'm also a fourth-year hospitality student at Cal Poly Pomona.
Hi, I'm Jacob Payne. I'm the Vice President of Plants for the People. I'm also a third-year physics student with emphasis on astronomy at Cal Poly Pomona.
So 1 in 5 people in Los Angeles County are food insecure, and that number has only gone up since the pandemic has started, meaning that they don't have constant access to fresh fruits and vegetables. We also looked at 1 in 4 Americans consider their neighbors strangers. So we at Plants for the People decided, what can we do about this? So we came up with the idea of bringing people closer to each other and the food. The People, a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded on the idea that food has the power to heal, educate, and connect people. Many people don't have the means or the knowledge to engage in healthy eating habits, let alone cultivate their own produce. Our mission is to educate, promote, and sustain a strong community through engaging with what is in our gardens and on our plates. As Anthony Bourdain says, you learn a lot about someone when you share a meal together. We are Plants for the People.
At the base level, we are serving students. The idea is to build a garden at their school where they can learn how to cultivate and learn a lot about their food. Moreover, we are serving the communities. On the weekends, we plan to open up the garden to where community members can come in whenever they want and be able to get involved in the garden. Competition east of LA, there's not very many community gardens in general, but moreover, there are not very many gardens that incorporate as much as we want to incorporate. Ideally, we want to be the one-stop shop for community gardens. Being able to be sustainable is very important to us. We need to rely on grant writing, we need to rely on donations and fundraising. And on top of all that, being able to be sustainable will be building a strong community within each other to where we can rely on each other.
So for our funding, past investments, we have had $1,500 invested from friends and family. And then I have made a personal investment of $2,500 to get this project off the ground. If we do win the prize money, our breakdown is we'd love to spend half of it when putting into the planter boxes and materials for our actual gardens. And then spending $1,000 in building our hydroponic system for our first garden, and $1,500 into curriculum and resource development for our current garden and future gardens. So how do we serve our community? We come in, we partner with schools, and we create a design for the plot of land that they want to use. We help them fundraise for that project. Once we get the funds, we help them construct it. And then ultimately we provide them resources in food and nutrition and many other areas to help them continue and sustain a successful garden program.
Our first project is the Spartan Garden, where we were able to take a 20,000 square foot plot of land and design out the idea of how we would build a garden. Not only that, but we've been able to go in, clear the land of all the weeds, and we have already started the process of building the planter boxes and getting the garden up and running.
So what really sets us apart at Plants for the People is our community. We have a very diverse board who has a lot of knowledge in many different backgrounds that we've come together to really support this garden. And in addition to that, we've reached out to many local organizations who have helped us along the way. This pitch at Cal Poly Pomona, we're working with soil analytic companies, landscaping companies, grant proposal companies, and then most recently we just secured a partnership with Rainbird, which is a local irrigation company who is coming in to do all of our irrigation and also donate all of the drip irrigation and bubblers. So we really put an emphasis on our community and cherish each and every one of our people who invest in us, and we hope that you will partner with us.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up to the Q&A.
Great idea. Very, very sorely needed. Ed, for clarification, I may have missed this point. Is the first garden, is it meant for the elementary school kids to help maintain it?
Yeah, so it's a middle school, Sandburg Middle School in Glendora, California. And we're working right now to build it, and then the school is actually launching next semester a elective course to help maintain the garden, work and still installing some of the pieces of the garden that will be needed to install. And so for kids to really get hands-on in the garden.
Thank you. Great idea.
Just a question around, so you help raise the money, you're not getting paid, are you helping raise the money for you to do this project, or how do you generate revenue yourself?
So first of all, we are going to be partnering with community-based organizations such as restaurants, community club members, and we will be partnering with them to raise funds for the garden, for the schools fund for the garden. And as well, at the same time, we will also be raising funds for our own company or our own organization to be able to put resources into their garden.
It's a great idea, really well done, guys. I think, and I really do like your logo as well. It's a nice one.
Thank you.
Cool stuff, guys. Did you describe what type of agriculture your guys are going to be planting? Is it just local stuff, or how do we get the students excited about what they're growing?
Yeah, so we're working with local nurseries and stuff to put in mostly edible produce that will grow native to Southern California. So we're trying to make it something that students could also grow at home if they wanted to. So we're trying to do a lot of local stuff that's native to Southern California and will flourish in Southern California.
On top of that, to get the students excited about this idea, we have a space where we're going to have little cubbies of planter boxes. And the idea was to get each homeroom to design the planter box and to choose what they want to grow in their homeroom planter box, just to give the kids a little bit of a stake in this project. That way they have something to be excited about.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
Jacob and Jacob, are you guys going to go by nicknames?
Yes. Well, Jake Fry, I usually call him Jake, and I'm the Jacob. But we also go by our last names more than often.
Gotcha.
Any additional questions for Jacob and Jacob? All right. Well, thank you both.
Thank you.
We've concluded all of the pitches from all of our 7 finalists. A warm round of applause to them. While the judges are deliberating, we will be closing the polls, or we will be opening the polls for the Crowd's Choice Award now. The link will be posted in the YouTube chat, and this poll will close in about 5 minutes.
If you haven't seen it yet, it should be the link in the live chat. It's limited to a single vote per computer, so get your vote in now.
We will be back soon.
Thank you to all the mentors that came out and helped all the groups in general.
Especially a thank you to Dr. Kenneth Lamb, our mentor for this project. You really helped us hone in on exactly who we are and who we're serving. So we're very thankful for you.
Hi, we're Team Scratch Tools, and we want to thank our mentor, Bruce Brandenburg.
Thank you for helping us to continue to foster our vision, passion, and enthusiasm for our project.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce.
Hey Dan, on behalf of Team Glacier, we just really want to thank you and really appreciate everything that you've done for us so far.
Hey Tito, this is Alberto and
Esther
from Pod Squad. Thank you for all your help and mentorship. We appreciate you making sure that we have all our things in order for the Bronco Startup Challenge. And again, a million thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, it's Juan from Solon. Thank you, Sanjay. I really appreciate your mentorship. Without your guidance and your kindness, this concept would not have been possible. Thank you.
Hello, Bronco Startup Challenge. Zane Landon here from Positive Vibes Magazine. I personally want to thank Ed Leonard. He was a fantastic mentor and really helped us narrow down our pitch. Thank you so much, Ed.
Team BZAID would like to thank Kim Chong for your time and showing me that you are sincerely interested in helping BZAID. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and start with the announcements of the winners here, and let me just start by saying, really congratulations to each of the 7 competitors, and the videos that you put together were amazing. Your ability to answer the judges' questions were spot on, and the judges did not have an easy time with going through the process of trying to figure out who the top 3 would be. The scoring was very close along the way, but we have been able to come up with winners for each of the 4 categories. The first of those starts with the Community Choice Prize, and the Community Choice Prize goes to Plants for the People.
Thank you so much to the community for coming out and supporting us. Thank you for our friends and family coming out and joining us even through their work days. And thank you to you guys for hosting this event for us to outreach from. So thank you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This will go a long way in helping further at this idea.
Well, I tell you what, you two can leave your cameras on there if you like to, because the 3rd place prize, the Chang prize of $1,500, also goes to Plants for the People. So congratulations. Received and accepted 14 companies and organizations or competitors that wanted to be a part of the Bronco Startup Challenge. And from there, we selected 6 competitors that were going to be a part of would be finalists that would actually compete, that right off the bat, they had either already moved their business far enough along that we could clearly see that they were ready to compete. Maybe they had been a part of the fast pitch competition, so we already had experience along the way with those organizations. And there were 8 of the competitors that we put into what was considered a prep category, which was to provide the same opportunities to have mentors work with the prep teams and to help them move their business concepts and their businesses along. And then at the end of the session, right before we were actually here to host the Bronco Startup Challenge, about a week or 2 ago, we took a look at where the prep teams were and identified that Plants for the People was actually not one of the original 6 finalists, but was one of the prep teams and had moved their business and their concept far enough along that there was agreement amongst the committee that looks at the status of each one of the businesses, and agreed that Plants for the People should be moved from the prep team into the finalist team. So not only a remarkable effort to make the move from the prep team into the finalist team, but also then to win 3rd place in the competition is absolutely amazing. So congratulations to Plants for the People for the progress that you've made during the process of this competition. So congratulations, and you've won 3rd place.
Thank you so much. Seriously, this is super, super amazing. So thank you to all the judges and everyone who made this possible, and to all the other competitors today.
Here, and we had some conversation around 1st and 2nd, some questions and some decisions around where they were in their business model, how they were moving forward. And we're really excited to announce that the City National Bank prize for 2nd place, which is $2,500, goes to Scratch Tools. And out in their professions helping with these tools. I know there's a lot of interest in Scratch Tools, and seeing where this company goes and what you're able to do with the technology that you're developing. It's really exciting stuff. So thank you so much for participating in the competition, and congratulations on winning 2nd place.
Thank you for having us.
And with that, you can do your own drum rolls wherever you might be. The Chang prize for first place and $5,000 goes to Glacier. So congratulations to Glacier and the Glacier team. It's remarkable what you've been able to do to already be able to start to get your data together, certainly have your business model and your various methodologies for charging and for driving revenue. So congratulations to Jonas and the team. You've done an amazing job of putting all this together. And we're really excited once again to see where Glacier goes and how you're able to build this business and to take this company and run it headlong into some of those organizations that have been around for a long time and really go challenge the status quo when it comes to real estate and when it comes to what you're trying to do with your organization. So congratulations to Glacier. You are our winner and first prize on the Bronco Startup Challenge for 2021. So congratulations.
Thank you guys so much. It was honestly the best efforts we've put forward, and we're just really, really happy to see it come to an end like this. Really overwhelmed with excitement. John, Jacob, did you guys want to say anything? Thank you, everyone. It was amazing.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jacob. I just want to extend an extra expression of gratitude for our mentor, Dan, and for the Bronco Startup Challenge for giving us the opportunity to spend the past several months from the time of the fast pitch to now really addressing the concept of our business model, really advancing it head on. And this platform has really given us the ability to do so. Yep. I just want to say thank you, everybody, as well. And another shout out to our mentor, Dan. He's been incredibly helpful, meeting with us on a weekly basis or even more frequently to help us out. So thanks, everybody.
Well, congratulations on winning. Once again, as the Glacier team was saying, thank you to all of our mentors. You have played such an important role in helping these businesses begin to move forward their concepts, to get them prepared for the Bronco Startup Challenge. So thank you to all of our mentors. Thank you to Dr. Askaya. Thank you to Rebecca and Tyler for leading the student part of the competition. Thank you to our where we've received all of our funds from. So thank you to the organizations that have been willing to support the Bronco Startup Challenge along the way, including the College of Business Administration. It's been a wonderful effort to put all this together. It's been wonderful to be a part of it. Thank you to Gary Bohamed for being a co-advisor on this journey. And we're excited to keep the Bronco Startup Challenge alive and get working on next year's competition. So I know Rebecca or Tyler or Dr. Eskaya, if you have any closing comments to bring this year's competition to an end.
So thank you very much for everyone. Actually, it's been a very long year for us, and there are so many people who helped us. But this year, Bronco Startup Challenge, I think it was raised to a completely different level. Thanks to Jason and Gary and all the student team here, who's most of us are here, but the rest of the people are taking other courses. They couldn't be here, but shout out to them as well. So thanks a lot for all of the work. And with your help, with our mentors, with the student teams. So it was there was challenges along the way, and there will be challenges next year as well. But we're here to face them head on and keep raising the platform to a new heights. So thank you.
I almost forgot the shout out. Thank you to our judges. Thank you so much to Shauna and Dean and Jess. You are amazing executives, and thank you for the contribution of your time today. It's no easy job to come into this process and to provide your feedback, have your questions, and ultimately do your scoring and your decisions. So didn't envy you today, but you did an amazing job. So much for your time.
Congratulations to everybody, and all the teams did an amazing job. You guys love your creative ideas and a lot that you really are looking at problems that we're facing in different ways. So congrats to everybody. And it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Jason, thank you for gathering such a fantastic
group of judges. You're a great partner to work with, and looking forward to many more challenges with you. Dr. Oskaya, if you want to close it out, please feel free.
You go ahead. Thank you. I think you guys earned it.
All right. Well, with that, I think we'll bid everyone a very good day. Congratulations to everyone, and well done by the student organizers, Rebecca, Tyler, and the whole team. Dr. Oskaya, Jason, judges, competitors. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day and a good upcoming weekend. Bye-bye.
Aloha.